The following podcast contains naughty language and ridiculous situations. Listener discretion is advised.
So we went from Netflix and self-quarantine to social distancing in the matter of 1 week. Things are fucking crazy right now, and we're even doing a little bit of social distancing this week as MZ is joining us on the phone via Skype, and we have Aries. He braved the coronavirus to be in the studio with Raven Shadow, although Raven Shadow's not there. Maybe he's afraid. I don't know what's going on. All I know is we're going to try to give you a little distraction for a few hours, and we appreciate you guys hanging out. Welcome to Trick or Treat Radio.
Zombies. You're listening to Trick or Treat Radio, starring the Deadites.
Welcome to episode 399 of Trick or Treat Radio. Trick or Treat Radio is the world's most dangerous podcast. It is recorded in front of an undead studio audience here at Castle Wolfenstein, and also at the Lair of Lost Swag within the Raven Chateau, and also at the Zero Dome, whatever the fuck you're going to call it. So we discuss at least one film a week. We argue, we make fun of each other, and hopefully we'll give you a distraction for a couple hours, because I know there's a lot of fucking craziness going out there in the world right now. So we appreciate you guys tuning in, and looks like I lost camera for those guys. Great. Always.
Why are you posting the camera if we lost it?
Doing that is to get me in the fucking zone. This is fucking awesome times. This is so good. I'm so excited. And you know what? Big ups, people of Earth. We had a good run. I mean, I think maybe not good, serviceable. It was a serviceable run, right?
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh, who's that?
It's the voice of God.
Oh, shit. Why is God an asshole?
Well, it sounds like Eddie Murphy.
I'm your conscience.
Really, I need you.
Raven Shadow, I'm your conscience.
Oh, fuck. You're too fucking late, bro. How you doing, MC? We miss you here.
Hey, don't worry about it, man. I'm glad I'm not there. I don't want to.
Glad I'm not there.
So,
Well, I mean, I'm glad I'm here, but I'm glad I'm not there. Because I mean, with everything going on, that's just fucking crazy in this world. I don't know about you other three, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm probably the most susceptible to this thing.
because you're over 60.
You're over.
I'll be turning 49 in 3 months, dude.
Hold
And then I'll probably die.
Jesus, so grim.
Well, you know what? Well, it might be grim, but it's also, kind of, grounded in
Some
possibility.
sort of reality.
Well, see, the thing is that this thing attacks your respiratory system, right? So I have asthma, and I have a weak immune system. So
you're
I'm
just fucked.
yeah, I'll be pushing up daisies before you know it.
Jesus. So anyone who had MZ in the Trick or Treat Radio death pool.
Yeah, you're gonna cash in.
MC, have you been going to the 6 a.m. Over 60 early bird special grocery store shopping?
Yeah, exactly.
I won't live to be 60, dude. I will not.
Wow.
I
I'm
won't live.
also SCP, but what's the new Transformer fucking figure on the shelves?
Well, you know what? There's some new ones that's coming out straight from China, by the way. But that's another story.
That's good.
Hey, Raven Shadow, you guys, the Raven Chateau, for your cam stopped working. I gotta disconnect and reconnect with you guys. So, we'll lose the Lair of Lost Swag for a moment. I'll get him right back. So, all right, it's just you and me, MZ.
All right.
So,
Hey, glad that I stuck that? Aren't you glad that I stayed home?
Well, yes and no. No. Well, I'm glad you
Yes,
stayed home. I'm
no.
glad you're protecting yourself before
Yes,
before
well,
you wreck yourself.
right. I mean, I've been doing the whole social distancing thing. I've been staying away. Yeah,
You're like, I've been doing this my whole life. I've been ready for this.
yeah, right. I mean, even at work. I mean, I've been keeping my distance from people and I mean, this is a virus that we have to respect. We can't be like some dopey ass fucking college student in Florida. Yeah, I mean, if you don't respect this virus, it's going to come up and bite you in the ass, and it's already done that to several thousand people.
Are you going to blame millennials?
Millennials are part of the problem, but also the whole government down there is also part of the problem. But that's another story for another podcast altogether.
You can tune into MSNBC later on today.
Right. Millennials are a problem, though. In regards to this, yes, they are. And Aries, I'm sure you must be flipping your fucking wig over this.
Flipping his wig?
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm taking all proper precautions and living my life the best I can.
He's actually very calm. We had a conversation in the fucking green room, aka kitchen, because it is green. It is green. And Aries said to me that if he didn't feel comfortable, he wouldn't be here. So I'm glad that you feel comfortable in the Raven Chateau.
It was a lonely drive over, though.
I'm sorry to hear that. But no, I'm talking about the millennials' responsibility towards this whole thing and how those down in Florida during spring break or not even spring break, but they're the way they're handling this thing. That's what I was referring to.
You know what I mean? There are millennials that are being selfish and stupid, but there are boomers that are being selfish and stupid, and there are Gen Xers being selfish and stupid. It's everyone across the board. Yeah. I mean, there's a percentage of the population that is just not listening, and you just can't blame millennials. I mean, you look at all these parents that the kids were staying home, which sucks for them, but then they were having play dates. Like, that's not the point of this.
Yeah. And I'm sure the anti-vaxxers are loving this shit right now.
Why?
Yeah, it's a lot of smiles everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of smiles all around. All right.
Well, the problem is good-looking virus, I think. Monster Zero hates pretty viruses.
That is true, yeah.
I like big, ugly viruses.
And he cannot lie.
Yep, with lots of warts.
We should really like... Okay.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, you guys at the Raven Chateau, I just gotta quit Skype. I'll have to restart it. I don't know what the fuck. Your camera keeps freezing. Maybe it's trying to keep a social distance between cameras.
It's true.
Yeah. All right. So I'll get you guys back right back. All right. It's just you and me, MZ, again. So
finally, we're alone.
Yeah. So man. I don't even know what to talk about. Before we get into more, let me just say, it is episode 399. It is the one before the one before the 400, and we still don't know what we're exactly doing because this shit threw a monkey wrench into a lot of plans. So we're still working on stuff for 400, but unfortunately, we won't be able to announce everything that's going on. We will have a guest with us that we have that we've had on previous milestone shows. So we'll have someone we haven't had on in a while. That we do know. Other than that, things are still a little up in the air, and I'm not even sure if we're going to be doing a movie. We were originally going to have a bunch of guests, but some of that might not happen. So that's why we're just going to hold off. We'll let you guys know through social media. But on this show on 399, we're going to be talking about a movie tonight from Takashi Miike, and we'll be talking about First Love. So we'll talk about that, and then if we have any voice messages, we'll go ahead and play them. So if people are listening live, you can go ahead and get those in. Podcast at trickortreatradio.com if you'd like to get in on the action. And that's what's up for tonight. So, all right, MZ, any other anecdotes or stories or anything you want to relay?
Well, a couple of things. Well, first of all, I do have an idea that I want to throw out there for next week's show.
All right.
It's something that I had planned originally for last week's show, but I think even though it would fit better for last week's show, I think it would be a good way to celebrate number 400. At least for me, anyway. It might be fun for other people. It all depends. So there's that.
Well, what is
I'll
it?
run that back. Oh, you want to know?
Yeah. Just say it.
Oh, all right.
We'll talk about it on air.
Well, okay. Well,
Unless it involves someone we can't get on the show or something like that. But
no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's a list. I figure I'd throw up one of my.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is that because last week was Friday the 13th.
Yep.
And when you always get your top 10, top 13 Jason moments, Jason this, whatever. Top 13 kills, top 13 deaths, best scenes ever. I'm gonna try something a little different here. I am prepared to put up my top 13. Now let's see if I can properly say this right without mucking it up. The top 13 best. How do I say it? Scenes before a kill. You know how like when Jason's out there getting ready to kill somebody, but there's always this moment of tension,
mm-hmm.
or maybe a moment of comedy that might be happening before he offs someone.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna give my top 13 best intros before a death in the Friday the 13th saga.
Interesting. Okay.
And they're the best ones, so that's what I'll be throwing out. That's what I'll be throwing out next week.
All right. That sounds like a pretty fucking tough one, man. So good luck with that.
No,
that's like a list nobody has ever thought of. I don't think anyone's ever thought of that.
Yeah, I was thinking about it a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, because it's like, what hasn't been done as far as lists and Friday the 13th is concerned? And that popped into my head.
Oh, so it's just for Friday the 13th films.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant just any kill. Top 13 best scenes before a kill. I gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, but just in the Friday the 13th stories.
Okay, I gotcha. I'm with you.
And also, because we were just talking about this whole COVID-19 and how it's kind of fucking up the world, we've neglected to bring up about Max von Sydow's death.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
I think we should talk about him for a little while.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Well, of course, he worked with Ingmar Bergman back in the 60s. Did a shit ton of films. Jesus. The Seventh Seal, Virgin Spring. Those are two of my favorites, especially Virgin Spring. I love Virgin Spring. And if it wasn't for Virgin Spring, you wouldn't have Last House on the Left. But then, he started breaking out a little bit in the United States. And next thing you know, here he is as Father Merrin in The Exorcist, which he garnered huge acclaim. Not only because it's a great movie, but it's also a great role with great makeup work from Dick Smith, and a lot of that power that he puts in the Merrin definitely goes to von Sydow for his aged, quivering, shaking hands, the whole bit. It's those little ticks that he gave the character that made it so great. And, then he had a small bit part in part 2. And then, of course, he was Ming the Merciless in Flash Gordon.
Yep.
Which is really bizarre casting. And
it works, though.
Really. I mean, it really. Come on. I mean, you got a guy from Sweden, playing an Asian character. It's like, come on. But it's a goofy movie. It's not meant to be taken seriously. And then let's see what else. Oh yeah, then and I'm only talking about what the genre fans would know of him from. So there's also Strange Brew that he did with with Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas. One of the greatest movies of all time.
From Wendy, Dave Thomas from Wendy's.
No, not that Dave Thomas.
I know, just kidding. All right, well, I just want to bring the other guys back in. You guys back?
Yes, we're here.
Yeah. Raven Shout, he passed up an opportunity to talk.
Well, he's phoning it in this week, and
no, I didn't know we were back or not. I heard just MZ just talking. I thought we weren't ready yet.
When we can hear them, they can hear us.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were planning on your.
Oh Jesus!
Well, when it shifted from my phone to your ears, that's when we were back.
I didn't know what I was hearing.
Apparently,
I don't know.
It's a little weird listening to our own podcast on the phone as I'm sitting here waiting for the thing to reboot.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened, but I kept losing you guys' camera, so I just had to reboot. So
another fucking reboot.
Yeah, another reboot.
This is fucking awesome.
Do you guys like that I can control your computer?
Ooh.
What was what was it in Tron? Master Computer? What was it called? Master Controller.
Master Controller.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I'm the Master Controller.
Yeah.
You are the Master Controller, Johnny. Like that.
So, Raven Shadow, things have been a little hectic in your neck of the woods too, huh?
Oh, it fucking sucks, Johnny.
You were working like right up until the showtime. You have an excuse this week.
Yeah, true. No, I did have to. I did have to do some job stuff because we are at 90% work from home.
Wow.
And guess who's the fucking 10%?
Oh shit.
Your boy and his team.
Oh shit! Don't be so important.
I wasn't up until like yesterday at like 4:45, where it was like, hey, originally I was on the important list, and then I was downgraded to not even fucking relevant, and then as of today, it's more important now. So so it was fun today. I had a lot of contingency planning, which was fun. So it's pretty good. So it's weird. Like, so the two jobs I have, one is dependent on human interaction,
right,
and the other happens regardless if people are there or not. So it doesn't end. So it's pretty interesting. So boots on ground.
Is the second job closed for the time being?
Right now it's business as usual.
Oh my god.
Or to come. Yeah, there is talks in that.
That's a little nuts because, I don't know about that.
It's hard too. There are some options discussed.
Curbside pickup.
It's funny. It's funny you say, It's funny you say that. But yeah, that was kind of discussed too.
You know what? I'll make you guys a bunch of boxes that are 3 feet by 3 feet, and you put one over everyone's head as they walk in the door.
Exactly. Yep.
Always have the 6 foot buffer.
Yep.
Can you make a box that's 6'3" by my feet, just so I could?
Oh, no, not vertically. Out 3 foot by 3 foot out. So even if boxes bump, there's still 6 feet in between people.
Yeah, it's fucking. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
That's not working for you.
It's just shit. I mean, I think it's possible now to like look to your like zombie apocalypse like archetypes. Because I'm sure like 95, we're seeing those characters, right? We're seeing the guy that like this motherfucker would not tell anybody if he was bit. Or this motherfucker has to show up and grab the fucking free donuts. You know, or someone's gonna like, don't let him in. He's from finance, bro. We gotta let him in. You know, should have been here sooner. Like they'll be like, you know, those guys in the fucking apocalypse, right?
Yeah. No, we're all familiar with that. Yes.
Yeah. Gotta watch your fucking archetypes, dudes.
Watch your archetypes.
archetypes, man. It's true. It's true. I've seen it. I was in meetings. It's fucking rough. It's fucking terrible.
I think MZ watched this recently. I think he even mentioned on the show, but I thought it was a good idea to watch Contagion a few nights ago.
That'd be fucking awesome,
Yeah.
Johnny. Yes. No.
That the first time you saw it?
What's up?
Was that the first time you saw Contagion?
No, I saw it in the theater actually.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And
I might have relayed this, but when I saw it in the theater, about halfway through, when I think it's about when people started really like getting sick in the movie, somebody behind, I was with two coworkers, and somebody behind us started coughing, and we all looked at each other and were like, "Fuck."
well, everyone brings up Outbreak as being the movie that's closest resembling to what's going on. And I'm like, fuck you, it is. That has to do with a fucking monkey. Okay? And it's not.
Yeah, at least Contagion has a bat, right?
Contagion has a bat, and that's too close for comfort. And everything that goes on in that movie is way too fucking close for comfort.
Wait, why is a bat more realistic than a monkey?
Because that's the speculation
where
that
COVID-19 came from.
Somebody fucked a bat.
someone ate a bat.
That's asinine. People eat fucking fucked up shit. No, that's not.
Yeah, Raven Shadow's a vegan. Yes, you're right.
That they're almost positive that it started with someone eating a bat in China. Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
All right. So like someone's like, I got this pack of bats from the store. I'm gonna eat this bat.
Yes,
And then, like,
people
start
eat
coughing
some
on
weird
something.
shit. They get bored with everything else, so like, I haven't had bat. I'll try bat.
And they'll purchase it from like a live food market.
Yeah.
Of all the fucking
yeah.
animals to eat, like the bat, that makes no sense at all. It's clearly a fucking plot by the fucking government.
No, and well, you know what? We're discovering why no one like been eating bats all along, because 1,000 years ago, someone ate a bat and died. So they're like, let's not eat bats. But we forgot that, and someone ate a fucking bat, and now we're all gonna die.
But wait a minute. It's fine. If Johnny BC fucking ate a fucking bat,
Johnny
right?
BC.
Johnny before Christ. Right? There we go. Ate a bat, and if you get some virus, wouldn't it affect all the other fucking Flintstones?
Not necessarily. So I think the thing is you can get it from bats, but or animals, but the weird thing about this one is the transfer from human to human.
Yeah.
This is not a new virus. It's just new to us, to the human transfers.
Yeah, this thing's been around since like
yeah.
the 1960s, but it's just this particular strain that's quite scary.
I don't know. I've all the fucked up shit that people eat. I mean, I've seen fucking Johnny's fucking menu. It looks delicious. I'm sorry, it looks very good, but I don't think that makes no sense.
Well, I mean, look at all these fucking pandemics, all these viruses that start. Like, I would say 90 to 95% of them are from eating animals. Like, so one fucking dude thought it was a good idea to eat a fucking bat, and now the entirety of the planet is in danger. You know?
So in the history of bats, you're saying only two dudes fucking ate a bat.
No, I was making a joke.
Johnny Outbreak and fucking Billy
Stop
BC.
using Johnny. You're getting me confused there.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
You know what?
Johnny's a friend
I'm
of
sure
mine.
it wasn't the only motherfucker to eat a bat.
Yeah.
He was just the motherfucker that ate a sick bat
Yeah.
and then coughed on his wife, who then went and coughed on her coworkers and went and coughed on everyone else, and it started the daisy chain.
Yeah.
And so on and so on and so on.
No, I don't think eating something and then I don't know.
I'm
Joe.
sorry. Where's your tree from?
Raven Chow, you ever heard of swine flu, mad cow disease? So it can happen with any fucking animal. It's not just bats. In this case, it everything points to the fact that it is.
So was it an alien bat? Like, was it a possessed bat?
We've been told you that this has been around for a long time. It's just new to us.
But you don't think that we get with all our you know, there's something to do with what we are in our culture, where we create things to stop the shit that hurts us, but things get stronger, right? Things get stronger, and the antibodies, like, and it evolves over time the way humans have evolved. Maybe it's some things that we've done to ourselves. But like, same why people are like so sick now. Is it because that we shelter people so much and they don't get to fucking ride in the back of the pickup trucks, or they can't have fucking?
Well, riding in the back of the pickup trucks isn't going to prevent you from getting sick.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
What kind of
you know
sick?
what?
What kind of sick are you talking about here? Are you talking about flu? You talking about what are you talking about?
all kinds of stuff. I mean, I'm not a
Cancer?
doctor, but my friend was one in the wrestling ring. Like, I don't.
Because
Well, you know what? There's speculation that because people are being overly cautious with hand sanitizer and everything else through years, not just recently, through years, that the bodies aren't building the immunity to other sicknesses, and that's why people get the flus to the extent they are, and so on and so forth.
And because we're not working in the field, it's like plowing the back 40 and fucking being fucking.
Not necessarily that, just being overly cautious of contagions.
Because we're it's on our technology, we're reclusive, we're not fucking taking fucking vaccines, we're not taking medicine. You know what I mean? Like, once again, I have so much in me that I need to kill. Like, good luck, fucking coronavirus. Like, can you beat the shit that was in concentration camps? I'll fucking wait. I'll take a fever.
what the fuck?
But no, what I'm saying is that
What is going on?
What is that makes you more susceptible to this?
well, then I'm licking handles right now. I was licking some kid.
Jimmy,
What?
Weeks ago.
You were licking
Don't
some
start
kid?
that shit.
Not a kid. No, he's over 18.
Jesus.
There was that fucking smartass basketball player who decided to touch every fucking microphone
true, yeah.
during his conference, then comes to
I
find
know.
out he was sick. Do not fucking play games with this fucking virus.
I only did that once before you got.
Karma's a fucking bitch.
No, I
Did you lick-
believe in
Did you lick all the mics before Aries got there?
only MZs.
I wiped everything down. Even though he said he wiped it down, I wiped it down
He
again.
fucking did. And I even left the cleaning products out to show. See, I bought them.
And I utilized, wiped everything down.
All right,
Yeah.
so I got some stats here. So, I'm gonna name some diseases, and you tell me what animal they originated from. Raven Shadow, okay?
I was thinking like, all right, got it. Never had it.
E. coli. These are all one animal. Okay, so let me run through the list first. E. coli, measles, smallpox, listeria, tuberculosis, mad cow disease.
E. coli Volkov.
Yeah, MZ. There you go.
Call him Vince. That's the new heel. Right there.
Oh, pal, here's the thing. You're a Russian.
E. coli Volkov.
Virus. That's fucking good, MZ. I was mad you weren't here and
Yeah,
offended, but
until now.
I am still a little offended, but no, that's fucking funny. E. coli Volkov, you fucking funny bastard.
So there was one telltale. What animal are those diseases from, Raven Shadow?
The David Nevermore,
Oh,
right?
God.
A cow, right? A cow, right?
Yeah,
you said
cow, yeah.
you
Okay.
had me at Mount Cow disease.
All right, here's another one. All right, you like this game? You like this game?
Oh.
You're 1 for 1 so far.
All right, good.
Hey,
All right.
man, 1,000.
All right,
Yeah,
here we
bat.
go. Influenza,
Quit like
influenza, salmonella, chicken pox, avian flu.
Shit. Chickens.
Well, birds.
To be fair, they are called fowl, okay?
All right.
I don't like things that gift of flight that doesn't have a cape or a power ring.
One
I don't
more.
trust those.
One more. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Pig.
I'm actually gonna leave. I'll leave the most obvious one out. Nipah virus, Hendra virus, influenza, SARS.
Pig, right?
Yeah.
Pork.
All right. I left out swine fever. That was too easy.
Swine flu. Yeah, but you know what about Venus flytraps? Okay.
What about them?
What does that have to
Yeah,
do
what
with
do you
anything?
get? What do you get for a
They
Venus
eat
flytrap?
flies.
The
what
bugs.
the hell?
Plants are dangerous.
How? Oh,
With-
yeah, in the happening maybe. What's happening?
What do you call them? Cactuses?
Yeah, but
They can prick.
they don't give you a virus.
They put their pricks in anything though, but you can't get it out, and you gotta get those fucking tweezers and shit.
What have to do that with a cactus?
If it pricks you,
They're not barbed.
pricks cause lots of viruses.
Pricks cause a lot of problems.
That's true. That's true.
Mine does.
Yeah. I don't know, dude, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Out of everything you just said, all these viruses that are caused by animals, you're having trouble buying that this one came from a bat.
Like one magic bat caused this.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, dude. When you watch the movie Contagion, okay, listen to me. Shut up. They make the assessment. They make the assessment that one bat, all right, got tangled up with the wrong pig. So one wrong bat met up with the wrong pig, and this whole big contagion started spreading all over the world. And the pig was sent to a live meat market, and it was well, you'd have to see the movie to know. But
yeah, I mean, it's also a movie, but it could happen. You know, like
yeah.
But also, we're talking that yes, it was probably one bat, but it wasn't that one guy ate one bat. Is that 100 guys ate 100 bats, and one guy found the one bat? Like it's like walking into McDonald's. There's one hamburger that's tainted,
yeah,
but 100 motherfuckers are going in there buying hamburgers. So someone's going to get that tainted burger. That is what happened.
Yeah.
They ate a lot of bats. One bat was tainted.
Did the bat fuck the pig? I mean, what happened? Like what?
Don't mix the movie with reality.
It sounds like a dark Pixar film. I don't understand what that was. It's like a weird.
He's explaining the movie. Don't get the movie confused with reality.
Because Jude Law, I mean.
You know what's really scary is that Raven Shadow is probably going to be the only one who survives through all this.
Because he doesn't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck, man.
Oh.
I give enough fucks.
I don't care if I get corona.
He'd rather have a Rolling Rock, but he'll take what he can get.
It's true though. No, but no, I've actually been stockpiling. I've been buying. I got 430 racks.
Oh my god! Did you put more than $10 of gas in your car in case you need to run out of like go somewhere and the gas stations are closed?
No, I put $10 in the other day.
You might want to think about more. What if you have to get a Dodge and go somewhere and all the gas stations are fucking empty?
Yeah, because the prices are going down.
It's like I paid $2.01 for gas today.
Yeah,
it's not good, right? I mean, no one's. Tom Brady isn't a fucking doing a Patriot anymore. What the fuck? I mean, this is just fucking.
I don't give a shit about that.
It's the end of the world, man.
Yeah, let's end it. Let's all lick each other. This fucking whatever.
Jesus, that'll be a show. That's Patreon exclusive content right there.
Maybe it's fucking time.
What, to end the world?
Yeah. Maybe. Why is it not? No one. I'm alone. I'm on the island. Corny.
Why is it not?
Why? Maybe Mother Nature's saying, you know what?
Okay. Well, you know what? No one's arguing with you though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Maybe this is the end of the world.
You know what?
But you know what? I feel fine.
You do feel good.
Nice
we've already seen Endgame. The final Skywalker trilogy movie came out, and whatever. You know, maybe it's just time. Let's just fucking ride it out. Light some fires. Episode 400.
Yeah, that's the end of the world right there. Next Thursday. It's all going to end on episode 400. It's all our fault.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is fucking ended, dude.
So to that end, Raven Shadow stocked up on 30 racks. I went today to about, I think, 4 different grocery stores to get everything I needed for the next, like, maybe 3 to 4 weeks, just in case, right? Because supposedly, I mean, it's not going to get any better in the next few weeks. If anything, it's going to get worse, and people are going to tell people to stay inside for good, like not for good, but for a while. So I stocked up on a lot of shit, and you know what? If everything's fine, then you know what? I can eat it later. You know, I just basically did some preemptive grocery shopping. But that goes into Marion asks, "Hello guys, does everyone have enough toilet paper? Do you have enough, Raven Shadow?
Is she offering? Does she have any?
Yeah.
What you need?
Because if she's selling, I'm buying.
I literally went to. I've been trying to get it for a couple weeks. I have like a fair amount here. I wasn't like in danger of running out, but T-Dog and I were like literally went to like every time we went to Target, we went to a couple different places, nothing. And today we finally found like 2 stores that were like low, but we were able to get some. So just in case.
But they will. I mean, it does.
No,
literally
I know,
up.
but I'm trying to get out ahead of any potential quarantine type stuff. You know.
Yeah. Because once they start saying like, look, we're gonna start doing a lockdown. You know, in 2 days. You know those grocery stores are going to be jammed, and you're not going to find anything. Luckily, I got some toilet paper. I'm set for toilet paper. Yeah,
How many rolls you got?
You better be.
I bought. Let's see. Last week I bought like 6 packages.
6 packages. You're the guy. You're the fucking
Of
hoarder,
how many
you
rolls?
asshole.
6 packs of how many?
24.
No, I bought 6 packs of 4.
All right. That's all right, I guess. I have, I think now total, I think I have like 14 rolls. So.
That's like one Costco bundle.
But I'm curious though. Like I've never like
Use toilet paper.
no, air dry. Throw some
Air dry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Air dry, then just chisel it off.
Yeah, I'll go in the yard. All he does is he's fine. He's good.
You and Ollie just shit in the backyard together?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Fun.
Raven Shadow will just leave it there and pick it up on the weekends.
No, I did it last week. I did a fucking. I did.
You pooped in the yard.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't poop in the yard. I know.
Or go buy a bidet. Use a bidet.
What am I gonna fucking do? No, listen. No, it's not.
Raven Shadow has shitty water pressure in his house. He doesn't need a bidet to make it worse.
Why are you gonna fucking water pressure me, Shane, bro?
Can you picture Raven Shadow using a bidet? Jesus Christ! Can you imagine how hairy that guy's ass is?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Apparently you are, but yeah, no. And to be fair, I did. Because I was in Italy, okay, before they were fucking out of control. I was like, "Scusi, it scares you."
Excuse. Yeah, things are. See, what's happened in Italy could very well happen here. So that's why, there's a precedent for it happening there. They're on like pretty much lockdown. If you go out of your house, like you get fucking trouble, get arrested.
Hey, Scusi. A lot of guns in Italy. They don't. They have
But
fucking.
there's
They have guns.
But China. But there is a glimmer of hope. I mean, they didn't have any new cases in China today or yesterday, which is a glimmer of hope. They only had like 2 in the last 2 days before that. So,
well, I don't know if I believe everything coming out of China either. No offense.
Well,
but hopefully that is true. Hopefully it is true.
Yeah. And I think they've already I think they've already come up with a cure to this thing. But I think that if they were to say that, hey, we got a cure for this now, there would be such a mad rush on trying to get it all out that it would just be impossible. There'd be riots in the streets, trying to get at this medication. So, it's a tin hat theory of mine that it's possible that
tin hat.
Get rid of some of these millennials and then get the cure.
Yeah. Florida millennials. I'm so fascinated by that thing. I'm not sure what that means.
No, and I saw an article, and these are the kind of articles you just want to stay away from. But I saw an article.
Yeah, you read it, yeah.
But I read it, yeah. Well, I didn't read it. I just looked at the heading, and it says that California alone could have up to 25 million, over 25 million infected, and it's like that's just speculation. It's possible, but it's I don't think it's likely.
Well, it's hard because not everyone can get tested, so they don't truly know how many cases there are.
Luckily, everybody in the NBA can get tested, while everyone else fucking dickwads.
Well, it's not their fault. I mean, if you can get it, would you get it if you were worried?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then
So
again, I'm not.
them.
But I'm not worth $150 million either.
You are to me, MZ.
Thank you. Where's my?
So in the chat room, let me go back a little bit. We've been talking a lot. Marsman's hanging out. He says, thanks for doing the show, guys. I know that it means a lot to a lot of people to be distracted right now. And he also says, big ups to Raven Shadow for hosting when I know his first instinct is to dig them out and board up the doors.
He knows better. That wouldn't keep me out.
Yeah, exactly.
Door comes down.
And Evil Corny said 8 minutes ago, Venus flytrap! Exclamation point, and then he posted a picture.
Those are asshole plants.
No.
Oh shit! He's my dude right there. I do love me some Venus flytrap.
I know you do. I know.
That dude's fucking. Who's that? Tim Meadows? No, not Tim Meadows.
Are you fucking
What?
like? Oh,
No, he's great. I love him.
And that's not Tim Meadows. That's
Well, I might have the coronavirus. The coronavirus. I want to go back in time.
years before Tim Meadows.
You have the coronavirus.
The coronavirus, yeah. We're gonna have time travel adventures. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. Fuck it.
Fuck.
Tell you love what you love. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, man. At this point, fuck it.
Fuck it.
I feel like I'm alone. I'm on an island. There's nobody with me.
Have some hand sanitizer.
This is 5 guy. Yeah.
It's shaped like a hand.
Yeah, I can do
It's clever, isn't it?
yeah, it's
Bottle of hand sanitizer in a hand-shaped bottle.
Where'd you find
hand.
that? You can get that'll go for big bucks on the black market.
be $75 on the shop phone.
Yeah.
And I got that for free at a doctor's office.
He just shows up. He knocks out like a doctor and puts his gear on.
You know what? If this guy didn't fucking retire, I'd go like raid his store. Well,
Yeah.
not his store, his office.
Store. It's a store to Aries. Everything's
Let's
free.
do that. I have
Hey,
a bunch of supplies. We could like go undercover in like health places.
Yeah, this guy had a basket of these on the door on the way
Yeah.
out, so I grabbed one. This was like months ago.
We could be like Luke and Han. We're infiltrating.
Infiltrating what? Your office?
Not my office, but like the artist's office. You be the orderly, and I'll be like the fucking patient.
And you be the disorderly.
Yeah, I'll be disorderly. I'll be like the guy that's dead. Like, yeah, that motherfucker's dead.
What am I
And
going to
then,
carry you in a body bag over my shoulder?
Yeah.
Are the fat boys going to be in it?
They should be.
Yeah.
But no, I got crutches and I have gloves.
What's your end game here?
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah, you know, like I don't understand the plan.
Do you remember when was it you that stole the hand sanitizer from Denny's? The
No,
bathroom? No, it was Parallax, maybe.
from the bathroom?
Yeah.
Didn't they have hand sanitizer in the bathroom back then?
Maybe it was liquid soap.
Probably liquid soap.
Oh my
But why
God.
would I?
Because there was a night when at Denny's when we were waiting way too long that we felt, and we definitely took the liquid soap dispenser, and I think Parallax took the phone.
No, I took the phone.
You
So he
took
took the soap. I remember that. I took the phone. It
Remember
was
that?
just the receiver.
The receiver, yeah.
Oh my God.
1997.
I forgot that until you just said that.
And I watched him do it.
The,
Like it was a crap.
the feds are gonna knock on Aries' door.
The receiver.
You stole
was
back
the-
in 1997.
He was so slick. It was like almost like, hey, yeah, I'm hanging out, and put it in his pocket, and then we ate,
Oh yeah,
and then we had
we
cheese
still
and curly
we
fries.
still ate.
Did
Yeah.
the phone ring?
Logan, party of 6.
Aries' mug remind me I have some tea to drink. I forgot.
Oh.
Drink some tea.
I have some whiskey to
Yeah, I was
drink.
gonna say I'm sure Aries isn't drinking tea.
There's a fucking Budweiser 36 fucking pack right now.
In the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aries, just stay over
that-
and have a party.
No, I don't like Budweiser.
Oh,
I drink it. Work.
Evil Corny said Tim Reed.
Thank you, Corny. It was Tim, right?
Trap. Yeah.
Tim Reed, yeah.
He's great.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm
all
sorry. I was
the same.
paying attention a little bit. I've forgotten that for you. I was a little confused with what was going on. It's like, I don't know why they talk about Tim Meadows. It's like, yeah, Venus Flytrap was played by Tim Reed.
Tim Reed, yeah. Tim. Oh,
Should have asked me.
Yeah, why didn't you ask him?
I've answered it for you.
I see Johnny. I see Aries, and I hear this is fucking.
Look up
Disembodied.
in a corner.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
disembodied voice.
Look, this is my first time Skyping. I've never Skyped before because the last time I tried it, complete, utter fucking disaster.
Sex.
Do you feel dirty now because you're Skyped?
Well, no, I mean, well, yeah, maybe I do a little bit. I'm just seeing that this actually works.
It's amazing technology.
Yeah.
MZ, I gotta admit, you're pretty with it when it comes to technology. Like, you're pretty quick to understand stuff, but when it comes to logging into things, it just baffles you.
That's fucking hard, though. They make that extra hard, though.
No, see, the thing is that I can't find. It never gave me the choice of putting in a username.
Well, I did.
So-
I did find out you have a username, but it's like a really bizarre. It's like a combination of letters and numbers. So I don't know It must have just
Yeah.
auto-generated for you, but yeah, it's
That's exactly what it did, but it never gave me the choice to make one for myself, so I didn't know what the hell was going on.
it's all
Well,
right.
it knew you were capable of doing it, so it just did it for you.
No, it just didn't give me the option. I didn't know there. I put in my actual
Dumbass
name.
4000. What the fuck?
Oh, look who's talking.
Yeah, you're not much better with technology.
Yeah.
No,
Actually, you're worse than
Yeah,
with
you
technology.
are worse. Yeah.
I was
Raven-
defending it.
At
trying to
least,
school me.
at least
Technology.
MZ can log into stuff. I just have to maybe remind him how. You just don't even know how.
Yeah, see,
I don't know.
if this was reversed and you had to search for Johnny, you would not be on the show tonight.
I'd
That
call
is-
in.
That is true. I'd call in.
Wow.
As a series of voicemails, just keep on leaving them.
Bambaleo, beep, fuck. Motherfucker Smallville, beep, fuck.
Let's see if Raven Shadow knows how to take a picture with his phone. The most basic of operations in a
Take a selfie right now. No.
Yeah.
Here you go. You
No.
gotta take a selfie right now.
He'll take a picture of you by accident if he figures it out.
Oh God, here we go.
He's really
You mean to hold
looking
it
at
over here? There's your thumb. Did you just take a photo of your thumb?
No, my. This, right? Close distance. Okay. What are you gonna do?
Oh, for Christ's sake. It's a mess. Would you? I'm looking at this right now, and it's like, give me a break. I can't.
Oh my God, 5 minutes to take a selfie. That was unreal.
That's a good one.
It isn't. It isn't because I'm in it. My eyes closed.
Oh, I got a question to ask you guys. So last night on the episode of Force Insensitive, we talked about Clone Wars, of course, and it was myself, Rocky, Alberto, and Mars, and we formed a new super team last night, and
Uh-oh.
Mars wanted to see if you guys wanted to join the Quarantine Titans.
That's pretty fucking good.
I figured you'd enjoy that the most.
Yeah. New Quarantine Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be the new Quarantine Titans.
Yeah, I want to be Kid Frush, right? Is that isn't Frush?
Well, the names we had, I think everyone had names. Let me find out what the names were. We had Cryborg, we had
Yeah.
Death Soap, Star Sanitizer, and I was Broccoli Boy. Raven Shadow would be what? What's a good take on Nightwing? Because we'll let you be Dick. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't want it any other way.
I do. If I had a choice, I'd be Dick. Oh shit! I don't even know. Fucking. See, I'm torn, right? Because there's like some fucking.
Or Robin.
You know, I do love some Dick.
Soundbite.
Timestamp
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
Timestamp.
Fuck you, Reverend Scott. Go fuck yourself.
Uh,
You know, Wally West. I like the Wally Kid Flash. Speedy. Shit. Quarantine Titans is pretty fucking good. I want to be.
That's good, right?
Quarantine Titans is good. It's not bad. Not bad. I got nothing funny or smart, but that's pretty good.
Yeah. Who would Ares be?
Don't look at me. I got nothing. I'm not that clever.
Oh, I know. Spinach
Go for-
chin.
Spinach. What the fuck?
That's fucking. No, he's not.
I don't think that's actually a take on any of the members of the Teen Titans, so I don't think that works.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh man!
Was
All right.
Wizard to you, but the answer would be yes. So
I was trying to find some like Mal Duncan hornblower reference. That's some.
Wait,
Or
he'll be Grandalf
Grandal.
because he looks like a granddad. No, you don't look like a granddad actually.
Grandolph.
Oh man! All right, we should probably wrap this shit up. We've been talking for too long. So, if you guys want to help support the show, which we could use, hey, everyone can use a little extra help these days. So, If
Because the money's flowing.
yeah, the money's flowing. Yeah, exactly. Because everyone's got tons of money. Well, when you get that check from the government, which hopefully most of you get, whatever it ends up being,
Yeah,
obviously.
just sign that right over to Trick or Treat Radio.
Oh, Evil Corny says Raven Shadow could be Lair Lad.
What's that?
Layer Lad.
Lair
Lair
Lad, yeah. Lair of Love.
Lad.
No, you'd be Raven. You'd be Raven.
Yeah, Raven. Well, yeah, except for she's super hot and wears a dress.
Yeah, you'd have to wear a dress and be super hot.
We can get you a dress. I don't know about the
Yeah,
super
no,
hot
I
thing.
mean, I could do that. But yeah, no, I want to be. I don't fucking know.
So when you guys get that government check, sign it over to us, care of Trick or Treat Radio. Hey, no big deal. No, take care of yourselves first, and if there's a little extra, then go for it. But you can head over to Patreon, patreon.com/trickortreatradio, and on there you're going to find a few ways you can help support. You can do it for as little as $2 a month, and if you guys want that sweet premium content exclusive to Patreon, you get in that $5 a month tier, and you'll get an episode every month, a new exclusive episode, never to be heard anywhere else except for that Patreon feed. So give that a look. Help us out and help support the show in these lean times. And you know what? I'm going to go off on a little tangent. I actually saw, I don't remember who posted this, but it was something I saw on social media. But in this day and age now, with the kind of the things that we're going through, like I think artists are the people that are gonna save us, or save us from save our sanity, because now everyone is going to streaming, they're going to music, they're going to games, they're going to all this digital content that you can consume, so that they don't go fucking nuts during this time. And if there's someone out there you like, and I'm not just saying this for us, I mean just anybody. If there's, I know, like if there's a musician out there, if there is a streamer you really like, if there's a game company or whatever, like, and you really dig what they're doing, just do something to give a little extra. If it's a game, you can go ahead and buy something in the game, do that. If it's music, maybe if you've downloaded it, maybe just buy an album. If it's a movie, maybe pay for it or whatever. Like, there's ways to help support the arts. And I know, I know I'll get chastised by you guys, but I was supposed to go see Devin Townsend live this past Monday, but it got canceled. So his entire tour is canceled, and this is what he does. This is his job, and he hires people to work for him. And now he can't provide work. They probably turned down other work to do this tour, and now they have no job. And so because of that, like he just started a GoFundMe to help keep him and his employees going, basically. So I'm sure there's others. That's the only one that I'm familiar with right now. I'm sure there's a lot of others out there. But, if obviously times are lean. I know right now you got to worry about yourself. Like, that comes first and foremost. But if there's someone out there that gives you enjoyment, whether it be music, movies, podcasts, whatever, it might go a little extra to help support them, because a lot of them will be in the same boat as you. And, it might mean the difference between paying a bill or not, or keeping a show going or not, So definitely consider it, and look out there for your favorite artists, and especially if you get those government issued checks and you have a little bit of extra, feel free to share it around people who could use it. Obviously take care of yourselves first, though. That's first and foremost. So, all right, enough about that. But once again, continuing on with the support, if you guys want, you head over to trickortreatradio.com. If you're going to buy hand sanitizer or toilet paper or anything on Amazon, just use our link. Go to trickortreatradio.com, look for the Amazon logo, click it. It'll bring you right to Amazon. Input our affiliate link, and everything you purchase in that session will get attributed to us, Michael Raven Shadow.
You definitely totally left parts out, I think.
Oh, did you throw you for a loop?
I'm giving you a little more. Go for it.
Like, can you start over again?
No,
but it helps keep the lights on.
No, but it helps stop the coronavirus.
Well,
is that you were changing it up so it threw you off?
Yeah, don't claim that. Don't claim that.
No. All right, well, the lights on. Well, I don't know. I think like saying that
it'll help us buy hand sanitizer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it helps.
Sorry, Raven Shadow. It doesn't cost that many extra.
But it helps keep your life on. I don't know, man. Fuck. We're all fucking doomed.
We are. And
Use your critic.
yeah, and also trickortreatradio.com on the website. You can click the store, and there's some digital stuff there. Greatest hits. If you need a little extra to get you through the week, give those a listen. They're fun. All right, Raven Shadow. Oh, Mars and Corny just said, I saw Ollie moving around, and I totally thought I was high. I guess he's moving around under the table. So
for some reason, like my dyslexia kicked in, and I thought he said oil. And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? Oil.
Oh. All right, Raven Shadow, you sit down to watch First Love. What do you do to prepare for this in these trying times?
Oh, I kind of watch society crumble, Johnny. I think by day it just keeps you see the cracks. I feel like I'm fucking. Who's the guy, Mars? Karnak from the Inhumans, who just sees the cracks and things and knows exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just we suck, man. It's like I know, love it or hate it. I watch Walking Dead all the time. Ain't no motherfucker ever took toilet paper. It just.
They never go to the bathroom. They never go to the bathroom.
Yeah, all the lawns are mowed. Like, it's very confusing. And I think it just shows that we suck as a society. We're even doing apocalypse wrong. Guys, fucking medicine, alcohol, booze, porn. That's what you fucking take, guys. I don't want to fucking stand it. I still got fucking leaves in the backyard from fall. I'll use that when the fucking lights go out and the power's off. I don't give a fuck. All I know is I walked upstairs the other day to fucking steal a smoke at work. I popped my fucking knee out. It's been hard for 3 fucking days.
Jesus.
I'm old. Tired. I want it to all end. So lick me, I'll lick you. And you know what? I had a movie to watch. Fuck it. So I strapped on.
Greetings! We are the Retro Reductopus Cephala Podcast, a bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
He's right. We wax philosophic about lots of geeky crap like old video games and movies, toys, cartoons. I don't know, help me out here.
Music. Pants. Quoting video games that don't have dialogues. Shabibans. Tasty news.
Unnecessarily long Japanese onomatopoeia.
Butt breathers. Uncomfortable nature facts.
Or how to install a thermoflange.
And unlike all those other podcasts, we at Retro Reductopus have an exciting rotating host schedule.
Do we? We sure do.
So, if you didn't like the guy flapping his gums this week,
like me,
worry not, gentle listener. Next week we'll have a whole new host.
Of problems.
Hey, they might still suck, but they'll suck differently.
And you know what's really cool? Retro Reductopus is part of the Inebriard Podcast Network, with new episodes out every Tentacle Tuesday.
Which is like every other Tuesday. We named it.
Anyways, you can listen to us at iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, or straight from the tab reductopus.buzzsprout.com.
I'm Alex West.
And I'm Andrea Subasati, and we're from the Faculty of Horror podcast.
And you're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
Oh, delicious nerds. Ms. M knows you like to chat it up with other sexy shut-ins about comics, movies, video games, and your favorite TV shows. If that sounds like you, cuddle up to the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group, or the FIB. That stands for Fan Interaction Board. Just go to Facebook and search for Trick or Treat Radio and have more fun than a Jedi at a lightsaber sale. Not enough? Watch us on YouTube, The Deadites TV, all one word. Last but not least, check out the world's most dangerous talk radio show, Trick or Treat Radio, at trickortreatradio.com.
And we have returned on Trick or Treat Radio. All right, so we're going to talk about the film First Love. This film is directed by Takashi Miike. It is written by Masa Nakamura, and it stars... I hate when they do this. They do it out of order. Masataka Kuboto, Takahiro Miyara, Jun Murakami, Na Omori, Shota Somatani, and where is Sakaraku Konishi as Monica, and Becky. And Becky plays Julie. Her name's just Becky. That's funny. All right, so the synopsis for this flick: a young boxer and a call girl get caught up in a drug smuggling scheme over the course of one night in Tokyo. And this film is, let me get the number of films that Takashi Miike has done. He's very prolific. He has done 104 films, and this was his 103rd. So the 103rd film from Takashi Miike. First
Which
Love.
means
What?
That's over time.
What's that?
Which means he's slowed down a bit over time.
Oh yeah, as we've talked about, he was on a like basically 4 to 7 pictures a year for a long time, and then he
early 2000, like throughout the 2000s, he put out a shit ton of movies.
Yep, exactly. And then from there, like definitely around 2008 is when he started to slow down. Did 3 films, 2 in 2009, 2 in 2010, 3 in 2011. 3 in 2012, 2 in 2013, and then so it's like now it's like basically 2 a year, maybe 3 a year. And in 2018, he only did 1 film.
Wow, that's a slow.
Yeah, for him.
Now, how old is Miike? He's got to be in his 60s by now, I think, right?
He was born in 60, so so he is. He's 59.
Yeah.
He'll be 60 in August.
Jesus, he could still go another 15 years.
He definitely could. Yeah, absolutely. Like this guy. I mean, if people aren't, I'm sure anyone who listens to this show is probably familiar with Takashi Miike. I'm sure most people have seen at least one, if not several, of his films. Just some of the highlights. I mean, it's almost impossible to just name a few. But Ichi the Killer, 13 Assassins, Audition, Gozu. Happiness of the Katakoris,
Visitor Q.
It's crazy. I mean, he's done so many amazing Japanese films, and he is so prolific. I mean, he's done a bunch of the Dead or Alive films, and in the films that we've done of his, we've done a pretty good. Oh, he also did, by the way, Imprint, for Masters of Horror, the one that was unreleased.
Yes, I was racking my brain trying to think of some more, and Imprint,
Now
which is a while.
Yeah, that one's good, and it wasn't released because of the rating, right? They wouldn't play it on the air? Is that what it was? Do you remember?
Yeah, Showtime refused to play it because of the content.
Yeah, so
it was too much. It was just too much. And then I watched it, and I'm like, okay, you know what? It's standard Miike, so it's what I expected to see.
Yeah.
But I guess for American audiences, it's a little bit too harsh. I can understand why Showtime said no, but still pisses me off nonetheless.
Yeah, no, I agree. So of the films that he's done that we've done on the show, we did 13 Assassins, which is probably still one of the maybe top 25 films we've ever done on this show. I would guess it's got to be up there. That was one of our favorites. We did As the Gods Will, Yakuza Apocalypse, Blade of the Immortal, which also was fucking great, and then First Love. So I think this is our 5th Miike. So definitely dipping our toes back into the Miike pool a little bit here. And I've heard some pretty good things about this one, and it looked like it was interesting, especially with the synopsis. Yeah, Corny says Ichi the Killer is the first film that I saw of his. So,
I've always wanted to see that.
You haven't seen it? Oh, you should definitely see it, man. MZ, do you know if it's streaming anywhere?
I have no idea, but I do have the DVD of it. So
okay.
That was one where, like, when I was buying DVDs heavily, like I always saw it, and I always kind of wish I grabbed it.
Let's see.
Is it good?
Oh, it's amazing.
He has a weird, like a Heath Ledger Joker face, right? Does he have like scars?
Yeah. I mean, it's before that, but yeah.
What I mean, yeah. Do you think there was some inspiration there?
I don't know about that. It was. I mean, the idea was it was cut. It was like stitches.
Yeah.
But wait, when we saw that,
and he had super suit that he wears, and it just slices and dices people up. It's pretty wild.
Really?
My most outrageous theater experience was a Miike film when I went to go see Gozu at the theater.
Oh Jesus, that must have been insane.
That was crazy, dude. Fucking insane. I've never seen anything like it. Still a good movie.
And the first, I actually think the first Miike film I saw, I can't remember in which order I saw them, but it was either Audition or Happiness of the Katakoris. And I actually caught Happiness of the Katakoris in the theater with Psycho Patrick. I can't remember who we were with. We were with a couple other people, and we're like, oh, let's go check out this crazy Japanese movie. So we went to go see Happiness of the Katakoris. I believe it was 2001. And I fucking loved it. I loved that movie so much. Have you guys seen it, by the way, Aries or Raven Shadow?
I have not.
Okay. Well, it is a remake. Yeah, it's a remake of a South Korean film called The Quiet Family, and I recommend it. It is like the Von Trapps. That was the Sound of Music, right? Was it the Von Trapps? Is that the?
Yeah.
It was like Von Trapps in like almost like a Night of the Living Dead type scenario. It's a musical, but that's why Aries, you should check it out because it's a musical, but it's just bonkers. It's fucking bonkers. I love it so much.
There's stop motion animation and musical numbers and violence and just full blown insanity. It's unlike anything you guys have ever seen before.
And speaking of which, the original South Korean film, The Quiet Family, was directed by Kim Ji-woon, who, obviously did I Saw the Devil, The Good, the Bad, and the Weird, Ilang, The Wolf Brigade, Age of Shadows. So another director that we've seen a lot of his work. So he did the original Quiet Family. I've actually never seen Quiet Family. I've always wanted to see it. It is a comedy, so I'm guessing that it was very... Happiness of the Katakoris was very much based on it, so I'll have to check that out. Maybe it's a quarantine watch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there's this. You could go down a huge rabbit hole looking at Miike stuff. I mean, he is a master. Like, I don't think there's any way around it. Just how prolific he is, and some of his films are some of the best films of the last few years. So when he hits, he really fucking hits. But when he is just mediocre, he's still better than most directors.
That's truth.
Yeah.
That's truth right there.
Yeah. So let's jump into this one here. Let's jump into First Love, and obviously there's a lot of characters in this, and it is a little difficult to follow at times, at least for me. Oh, nice job, Raven Shadow. You coughed into your arm. Proud of you.
That's cancer. That's not sick.
But you still coughed into your arm. It was instinct.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Yes, that's what you do.
We don't want any of those.
Thank you. Thank you, Aries.
We don't want any of those droplets getting on Aries.
It's just the phlegm and the shit that I fucking put in me that's doing that.
Yeah, no, that was good. Into the arm and away. You even arm of me. Yeah, that was bravo.
Yeah.
That was the first time you actually deserved an applause.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but now you're clapping and you're probably moving those droplets all around.
Fuck it, man. If that's what happens, dude, then you're fucked. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Good here.
I got it taken care of. Alcohol kills germs. I'm good.
That is true. Yep. All right, so let's dive into this movie. So yeah, there's a lot of characters going on. There's a lot to follow, and it
Yes.
for me it definitely was a little confusing until the end when things kind of come together. So this is it mostly focuses. This film focuses mostly on two characters. We focus on Monica and Leo, who have their own sort of issues going on. Leo is a boxer, and it's funny because he doesn't love boxing. Like, he's not passionate about it, but he's just really good at it, And so, like, I love that scene when the coach is trying to get him to, like, be excited for winning. He's like, be excited. He's like, I don't really care, And then also we have Monica, who, she's got her own issues as well. Like, she's got some mental stuff based on what had happened with her dad and stuff like that. So, there's definitely a lot going on here with these two characters, and when they come together, I think it's almost kind of sweet, like their relationship is sort of an interesting juxtaposition about everything else that's going on around them, which is insanity. There's like their scenes are very kind of like subdued and kind of like calm, whereas everything else going around them is like all this Yakuza shit. And it is like, it can get kind of bonkers, especially some of the characters. I have to especially say I love the feud between, I don't know if it was Case, I think, or Kase and Monica. Kase was the one who was tried to get Monica killed.
Yes.
the younger guy. Yeah. Yeah.
That guy was
with the shaggy hair, yeah.
Well, it was funny. Some of the scenes with Leo and Monica were almost like out of those fucking like Ethan Hawke movies, like the fucking
I see that
Sunset or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like him and the Julie Delpy flicks where they just like talk for 2 hours, and then throw in fucking Yakuza doing Yakuza shit.
Right, exactly. It was an interesting mix of genres, I guess, because it was part love story, part sort of like Yakuza action thriller, And I thought the characters were interesting. I like Leo's character. I thought that they did a good job of playing him up and then he almost had this like life-threatening thing. So now he's a guy without like a purpose, and now all of a sudden he thinks he's dying.
Right, yeah, it's fair to say that he and this isn't a spoiler. I mean, it happens early on where he gets tuned up in a fight and he goes down, and he's like, "Wow, this is kind of the badass." And then he's diagnosed with a brain tumor.
Right.
So he's like, kind of lost after that. And it's funny, like, I'm someone like, I would want a character to be how they're portrayed. I feel that if you're playing Oliver Queen, you should have a goatee and you should be blonde, certain things like that. However, a lot of the flicks we've seen, like there are some Asian cats that fully embody the Dick Grayson like character to me. I don't know why that Asians fucking just have that kind of vibe.
Well, it was just that stoic just demeanor that, nothing around me is phasing me type of thing that was going on.
But did you get like the Grayson vibe with this guy?
Well, I mean, you associate with Dick Grayson. I associate that Dick Grayson with this, that he is playing that role of that the world is ending around me and it's not affecting me. I am this. Like, it's more of that prim and proper that, you know what? I fuck people up for a living, but I know which fork to use at the dinner table type of personality. Like, and Dick Grayson is that when he's Nightwing, but also not everyone, most of the characters in this film were that as well.
And it's fair. Like I would actually like to see a kind of like, Asian American hybrid of Grayson cinematically. And I think that would be kind of an interesting kind of take on the character. But like, that's what I got from him a little bit, especially when we see his the way he meets Monica, I think, was very Dick Grayson to me.
Yeah, I could see that. I thought that was a great scene too.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Dick would do that.
You just love Dick Raven Channel.
I fucking love
Time
Grayson.
Wait, there was a pause.
Boy Wonder.
He is locking that down.
We need to get a dueling. I love Dick, and I like dudes more than he does.
Yeah. Clarksucker. Yeah. All kinds of stuff.
Clarksucker. Yeah.
I think he says I love Dick more than I say I love dudes.
Well, fair.
That's true. It's true.
Richard Gray, Ryu Grayson. That's what I want. I want Ryu Grayson.
I could get behind that. You know.
I love Dick.
I would thank you. I was waiting for that. But I could see like Grayson like being fucking fuck you, Bruce. I'm doing my own thing, and him doing like some weird like bare knuckle fighting stuff.
But you know what? I mean, not to harp on this, but you know what? You mentioned an Asian Dick. Dick doesn't have to.
Yeah, I do mention Asian Dick a lot. Yeah.
No. That character, he's
say his whole name, Dick, an Asian Dick Grayson.
Yeah,
I'm confident enough.
Yeah,
fucking Dick. I like Dick.
Yeah. Episode 400.
Yeah.
I will take Dick all day long.
Ooh, yeah. Outrageous. Airs with the coronavirus. He don't give a fuck. He's got the fevers. All that could satiate it is the Grayson.
Wow.
I'll be a boy wonder. hey, MC is here. See my back.
But, and Corny brings up, he says, I was thinking True Romance with this film.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have that loosely stories like tied together and just like slammed together at the end.
I mean, I'm a fucking mark for broken people finding love, whether it's True Romance, Jesse and Tulip.
Does it hit a little close to home?
Yes. But, I mean,
True Romance.
That's a real fucking magic trick. But no, like, we're all looking for Alabama. We're all looking for Tulip. You know what I mean? Like, Kevin Smith's chasing Amy. I'm fucking chasing Tulip. You know what I'm saying? I want a chick that'll fucking, fucking chain smoke, throw down whiskey, pull guns, and also maybe, perhaps.
Jesus, all right.
Doesn't exist.
Maybe you.
Jesus.
It was poignant.
I did think it was an interesting setup, and I like that. Like pretty much right off the bat, we get a head rolling at the beginning. What? Yeah, it was like a head rolling into the street after Leo's first fight, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, you see a boxing match, and then you see fucking heads will roll.
Heads will roll, exactly. Yeah, and so I think the setup was fairly interesting, but to me, it wasn't. And not every Miike film is fucking like zany and bonkers, but I just based on the characters, like based on the synopsis, and I shouldn't make any assumptions based on the synopsis, but I thought there was going to be a little bit more zaniness to this, like Yakuza Apocalypse or something like that, with the guy in the fucking frog suit. You guys remember that?
I remember that.
But so it wasn't as much of the zaniness that I'd expect from Miike, but I figured it's still early on. We'll probably get there, and obviously we'll talk about that as we move on. But I thought that there was some good setup here, and I did love when Leo and Monica meet, when he decks her, or not decks her, decks the guy chasing her. So it was just this sort of happenstance, like things sort of happen by accident because she's not necessarily running from him, she's running from something else, and and then so Leo thinks that she's running from him and decks the fucking dude who's an undercover cop.
He starts hallucinating, and she's hallucinating the same thing throughout the entire film, and if I saw that, I'd be running too. So
that's in my nightmares. I see you doing that, MZ.
That's your reality.
Doing the tuck dance. Yeah, I had to film that once. That was enough for me.
Talk about that the last 3 weekends that conversation came up.
Really?
Yeah.
Does Marion want to see it that bad?
Yeah, no, I just, it comes up where like, hey, this is a good show. By the way, the fucking tuck dance. Yeah, we'll John's a perfectionist.
I have
He
that
wants
locked
to
down, MZ. I have it locked down.
Thank you. I appreciate.
MZ, can Marion see that?
Huh?
Can Marion see the tuck dance?
I don't care.
Why do you want to show her the tuck dance?
Because Easter's coming.
Yeah.
I thought you liked her. Why?
I do like her.
Why are you gonna torture her?
Yeah, why would you do that?
Easter eggs that I've hidden.
Whoa!
He hid them. Spoiler alert.
You're gonna find them.
Spoiler alert, he hid them behind his taint.
Yeah, the near tape. Yeah. I got him.
Taint misbehaving.
I'd be like Atlas holding the fucking world. This is one with one like fucking falling over. You need fucking 2 Atlases. That's why Atlas shrugged.
Need Charles Atlas.
Charles Atlas Riley.
Oh shit. So, I mean, there's some like we're probably just jumping around here, but there's that scene when this is when not Monica.
The other one.
Yeah, shit. I actually wrote her name incorrectly. Let me just look her up real quick.
I liked her, the one that was drinking in the bar.
Yeah.
The prostitute you're talking about?
Well,
no, Monica was too.
Yeah, but she was the one who hired Monica.
Yeah.
Becky. So her the actress's name is Becky, and in the movie her name was Julie. So Julie's character, that was the one. I apologize. That was the one who had the feud with Case or Case, and so she's the one that she was accosted by that guy and told to take her bottoms off. And,
oh man.
Yeah, in that scene, and then I thought that was a pretty hilarious scene where she put what she did with her hand to mesmerize him.
And I always give props to any woman that's in a fight in these movies that uses a headbutt as a weapon.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty great scene. She decked him with the headbutt.
Got the headbutt in, yeah.
And then he bled all over her pants.
Fucking
and she's bitching about it.
Yeah, but I thought that character was great. She was a lot of fun. Like, she was just so angry, and when she was trying to get back at Kase, I just love that sort of like revenge of her wanting to get back at him. That was probably my favorite subplot of this.
Because
I didn't like her until that point.
No,
her rage was going on throughout the entire movie, and it was funny just watching her. And she just put in a great performance. She put in the best performance in the movie, in my opinion.
And there was also that scene when, so this is when Kase got her back to her place, and he was about to tape her up, and that I don't know if it was the old woman.
Yeah, like the landlady, whoever.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't know she had a roommate, and and of course he decked her, knocked out the old lady, but then he set up that contraption with the stuffed animal.
Dog.
That was ridiculous.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was awesome. I've never seen that before.
But I know it's weird. It's like you've never seen anything like that before, but yet that's classic Miike. And he does it in such a way that you just never expect it. And that's just been his style for years and years and years. And you'd think we'd learn this stuff by now. You'd think we'd be numb to it by now with his style and how he approaches certain things. And every time he puts out a new movie, he amazes you with something brand new that you've never seen before. It's ridiculous. The man is incredibly resourceful.
Yeah, and I think you're right. It's original, but it definitely fits within his sphere of creativity, So you see it and you're like, oh yeah, that's a Miike thing, but I've never seen that before. So I thought that was really fun. And There was some good stuff. I like the car chase as well. Sort of like moving towards the second half of the film, and there was the music being played. I didn't look this up. I didn't take the time to research, but it reminded me of Morphine. Are you guys familiar with the band Morphine?
I fucking love morphine.
I know. The drug maybe, but
both. Okay.
No.
I'm a huge morphine mark, man. Yeah, definitely.
Did you happen to notice that there was like a very bass heavy with like I almost felt like there was like a saxophone maybe too.
Yeah, kind of sucks. Yeah, it's funny that you say that. Now that you're saying that, I can totally pick that up, dude.
Yeah. So I got that vibe, and I thought that was like that really added a lot to that chase scene as well. And there was some decent fighting as well. There wasn't a ton of fighting, but there's when Leo got to get some fisticuffs in that warehouse at the end. I thought was good. I like the way it was filmed. They filmed a lot of it from behind him, which I just made it look really impactful. The way that he was beating people up. So I thought that it was pretty well done. What'd you guys think of the fighting?
No, it's good.
Wasn't a ton of it, but
this is not the night comes for us, right? I mean, this is not.
Oh, of course not.
But that's not an apples to apples comparison either. But I think it was kind of intricate in the plot with stuff. I don't know if something was lost. Obviously the dubbing. And I did watch it with the subtitles on, which definitely did not jive with the.
You can't do that. I found you cannot do that.
Yeah, but
if it's dubbed, you cannot have the subtitles on.
Yeah,
I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because that's two different translations, and it'll fuck you up.
I am fucked up. I was fucked up when I watched it. But I think when
the dubbing, I was just going to say the dubbing does leave the dialogue a little stale, but that's not any fault of the movie.
I will say this actually had some of the best dubbing I've seen in a long time.
Oh,
really?
Really?
I thought so.
Wow, what the fuck have you been watching recently?
Yeah,
you guys been watching.
Because you know what? This.
No. What have you been watching? We know what we've been watching. What have you been watching?
Smallville season 2.
Yeah, this dubbing, it was fucking atrocious.
Really?
Yes.
It was bad.
Really?
Yeah, it was awful. Awful.
Yeah. There was no. I mean, there was no ambiance in their voices. It just sounded very, very stale.
And there were times where what was being acted out verbally wasn't what was being acted out on the screen, like tone wise.
Well,
like there was scenes where the voice was shouting, and the actor was just very obviously just speaking more directly than previously. Like,
no.
Like it did not match up. This more matched up to more of like an audio book.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm a dummy then.
I don't know. Well, you know what? Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Sometimes your opinion is wrong.
But it wasn't as jarring as like, fucking Jones from fucking Police Academy. It wasn't like, like
also it wasn't comically over the top.
What are you talking about? Jones from Police Academy. That's something completely different.
That's comically over the top.
Well, yes, I'm not doing Jones as a fucking exact translation, but
you guys should watch movies with the original language and subtitled.
Exactly.
So, an end of story. But I just don't want to talk too much more about the dubbing because it's not the film's fault, So,
I like.
Apparently, you like dubbing.
Is that a new term?
The dubstep.
You like to dub?
Is it like the next step from dabbing?
Dabbing and dubbing.
That is.
No.
Then why are you going to say that?
I'm just saying words right
Yeah, apparently.
All right.
Dub and dubber.
Look at you. Look at you all healthy being away being funny jokes.
Yeah. I could be fun.
Oh, man. So, the other thing I wanted to bring up, towards the end, we get that, like, when Leo starts driving the car and he's doing the getaway,
Yes.
It all of a sudden shifted to animation.
Yeah.
And
you know, I like that.
I was fine with it too, and my guess is that it was budgetary reasons. But you know what? Like it sort of was integrated well. It all of a sudden, like, there was like this spark that appeared over like Leo's head, like a lightning crack or something, and then all of a sudden he went forward and then jumped, and then all of a sudden it just completely transitioned to animated, and that was it. That was the only animation in the entire fucking movie.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think it has anything to do with budget. I think it just has to do with style. And you know Miike, his style is that he could take his format and put it in any area that he wants. If he wants to do stop motion, he'll do stop motion. If he wants live, he'll do live. If he wants animation, he'll do animation. And for some reason, some unknown reason, when it comes to Miike, that works. I can't imagine that working for any other director as often as it does for Takashi Miike. It's absolutely incredible, and I enjoyed the animation, even though it adds nothing to the story. It's purely a stylistic choice. I don't think budget really has anything to do with this. I mean, if you're 60 years old and you're still putting out movies 2-3 at a time in a year, I mean, you got to have some production companies trusting you with that cash. So I don't think budget really has anything to do with this. I think it's purely stylistic. And I enjoyed it, and it was fun. It brightened up the movie considerably because they use these bright, vibrant pink colors and white colors and yellow and reds. And it was just crazy. And I loved it.
Yeah.
Although,
go ahead, Aries.
Oh yeah. Now, although I do love it, and although it is completely independent to anything else in the movie, there was no hint at all that this was going to happen. I do believe that it was budgetary, because I don't think that based on the rest of this movie, to have that stunt in this movie, if they were going to do the live action, that would have killed their budget right there. Because to perform that live action would have been the budget that the rest of this movie.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's what it was, but it was stylistic enough, and there was also some scenes in this with a lot of like splashed with really good color, like. So I think that it was a colorful film to begin with, so it almost didn't feel out of place because of that, because the way it was lit and a lot of the scenes had, like sort of these bright colors. So for me, it almost felt like it didn't seem completely, despite being out of left field, it didn't feel completely out of left field, if that makes sense.
I just would have liked to maybe, have it be something of the drug-induced hallucinations, where if there were flashes with her, that this was part of her hallucination, this was her interpretation, that it wasn't completely out of left field, that there would have been some little bit of hint to it, whether it just be little flashes during the hallucinations or whatever else. That is my only problem with it, that it was just out of left field, that there was no hint to it leading up to it.
Yeah, and I can get with that. I totally understand that. Let me see. Oh, and then the scene. I mean, it's not really a spoiler very, very much, but the scene where at the end where they're driving the getaway car and the Yakuza boss basically tells them what to do with the drugs. I thought that was pretty awesome.
I'm a spy hunter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it did serve a dual purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So I did actually. I like that. Yes.
Yeah, it did actually. Yeah, I dug that. I thought that was good. So, do you guys have anything else to say about this flick before we head to a verdict? That is
nothing.
No.
MZ?
No.
All right.
No.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Trick or treat, baby. I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right, it is verdict time. We're going to let you know whether First Love was a trick or a treat and any final thoughts we may have. Let's start with MZ.
Hi, everybody. Well, I think that I do say that this is a treat. Although I do feel that at times that this movie was feeling a little not boring, but what's the word? Not, I guess plain would be the best word for it. It wasn't as exciting as some of his other movies. Especially the ones that we've seen recently, like 13 Assassins, which was just craziness across the board. But I don't know. I just felt like it was a little bit dull at times, especially between our two main characters. I kind of hope that they would get into their into the problems with the Yakuza just a little bit sooner, because it took a while. But when they do meet up with them, it does pay off, and there is a payoff in this movie. It's certainly enjoyable. It's certainly Miike, and I think once again he did a good job. It's incredible how this guy can continuously put out quality genre films. I mean, I haven't seen a bad Miike film yet. I'm sure there's a few out there. And I would like to see them just to judge for myself. But this isn't one of them. This is fairly decent. I did enjoy it. It is violent, but it's not gory. And it's of course it's got its points of originality, which is always fun. And I did like this. This is good. This is a treat for me.
All right. How about Aries?
Not being overly familiar with the director's work, it did not become clear to me that there was a comedic aspect to this movie until almost halfway through it. So some of it was lost on me, and I do feel that the bad dubbing of this movie perhaps was intentional to this movie, but because it wasn't clear to me until halfway through it, I don't think I got what was happening. Now that being said, that is my own personal fault. But as a whole, this movie is very good. If you get the joke, I do feel that the bad dubbing adds to this movie. It does give that aura of what this movie is going for. It is escaping me what the terminology I want to use, but I just feel that this movie it is going for a comedic aspect with certain aspects. Wow, I just said that, didn't I?
That was good. It was very poignant.
Wow, I think we're gonna hide this whiskey on me now. I think.
No, you need more. You need more. That's what is going on.
Drink.
So this movie definitely is going for something, and if you're not understanding it, like you need to understand that it is not 100% serious right from the get-go. With that in mind, this movie definitely is a treat. You just need to sit back and watch this movie. This movie definitely isn't an American movie either. This movie, as I showed up here tonight, and Raven Shadow was like, "How much more is this movie left?" I'm like, "It's 10 minutes." The fuck are they doing? Christmas shopping? Like this movie, like it isn't like the climax and then there's like 3 minutes of resolution. No, this movie like goes on for like 15 minutes and lets the characters, go on. That is definitely not an American thing. So you need to, understand that just because you watch the climax, there's a little bit more to the movie, and to tie up the characters. But you know what? Sit back and enjoy it because this movie definitely is enjoyable. This movie is a treat.
All right, Rave Shadow.
No, I think I would agree with what's been said. It's not batshit crazy. but I did enjoy it. And maybe when I talk about the dubbing, nothing fucking die on that hill. I feel it wasn't completely jarring, but whatever the fuck. I guess I would have preferred to speak Japanese. Maybe that'd be helpful or understand it. But I like that.
You want to speak Japanese?
Yeah, I do.
You got time now.
No, I don't. Tomorrow. But no, I want to learn Spanish, and then like Japanese would be cool. But I like that there was this weird fucking plot by some kind of batshit crazy fucking mid-card Yakuza dude.
Yeah.
And because he wasn't the man. He was a fucking kind of Stugatz. You know what I mean?
And he was trying to take control, but he wasn't the boss.
But even the other dudes were like, "Yo, motherfucker," you know what I mean? It's pretty much how they look at me in manager meetings. I have an idea. Yeah. It's fucking great. But I like that these two crazy kids found each other in this weird, world, and it was fun. I was kind of expecting more batshit craziness, but I ain't gonna hate on that. And I do like the subplot with Monica and what was it? I'm gonna say the name wrong, but her high school crush.
Yeah, I forget his name. Yeah, I don't have it in front of me either. So.
Yeah, but I like that. So. Yeah, no. Overall, I would say this is a treat. Not the most, film by this director that I love the most, but I had fun with it. So treat.
All right. So I'm gonna say this is a treat as well. And while I'll take any Takashi Miike film over most directors, this one was definitely one of his films that towed the line maybe a bit too much. I think it. Not saying he played it safe. I think he just tried to toe that line between, comedy, zaniness, and legit sort of Yakuza action, And take films like 13 Assassins or Blade of the Immortal, which we've done on the show. They were like super serious. And on the other hand, take a film like Yakuza Apocalypse, and that embraced the zaniness, And I guess I would have liked a little bit more of the zaniness in this. I just think it would have suited the material a little bit better. So I do wish it went a little bit more on that end of things. But all that said, this is a fun film with a great finale. I really dug the last half hour of this. And honestly, that, to me, was all worth it because it has all these great little kind of side plots that come together. And I don't want to lead people on. It's not like an anthology. It's just... all these different characters have their own sort of motivations and their own reasons for doing things, and then when it all kind of comes together, it's this sort of, great mix of things, and it makes for a really good finale, especially, especially given some of the vendettas that are in there, like with Julie getting at Kase, and and obviously Leo and Monica's sort of wrap up in their story arc. So I think that the last half hour of this was real good and really kind of like drove it home for me. So it's definitely a treat. Definitely not Miike's, not one of his finest films, but once again, one of his, mediocre to just okay films is better than most directors. So for me, treat. And that is our discussion of First Love from Takashi Miike, which is now available on VOD. So you can check it out. If you have some extra time and you want a little bit of Takashi Miike in your life, go for it. All right, so next week, as I stated, we are uncertain of what the future holds for next week. We may have a lot of guests. We may not. We may do a movie. I'm not sure. So still a little bit up in the air, so I apologize for all those folks who like to play along at home, but we are still kind of hashing out the details, and we'll figure it out. If we do a movie, I will obviously announce it on social media so people can kind of get a chance to check it out if they'd like. But otherwise, I'm not positive all that's going to happen just yet. So you'll have to hold on. It'll be a surprise for 400. But what we do want is we want people to send us voice messages for episode 400. And Raven Shadow, you were actually working. But MZ is going to make a list. He's doing his top 13 best scenes before a kill in the Friday the 13th series.
So, if the co-eds are fucking each other, and then get stabbed, kind of thing.
Maybe.
Yes. Say like for instance, like in part. Yeah. Say like for instance, part 2, you got Sandra and Jeff in the bed, and here comes Jason with the pole, and and sneaks up behind him. That's what I'm talking about. The scene that builds up before the kill. That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh.
So when Jason grabs Jeff's pole.
Yeah, there's a lot of really great ones out there.
I'm fascinated.
So we're a little uncertain, but we'll figure that out and we'll let you guys know. All right, so we do have some voice messages, though. You guys excited about that?
I am excited.
All right. Well, we just got we just got this one in, so I'm going to lead off with it, and I'm pretty sure he's going to talk about the flick. Let's hear from our boy. Turn the volume first and hear from Evil Corny.
Hey guys, I'm just being late, sending my voicemail. But I really enjoyed this film. I think it's a treat. I'm giving it a treat. The one-armed guy that was using the shotgun was my favorite part of this entire film. But overall, I liked it. Everything in it. You all have a good one. Evil Corny out. I hope everybody's safe and, kind of can stay virus-free out there. You all have a good one.
All right, Corny, thanks, buddy. And I did like the one-armed man wielding a shotgun.
Yeah, as unrealistic as that is, I did like that. If you find a worse weapon for a one-armed man to wield, a shotgun, yeah, a pump-action shotgun. But you know what? It worked.
Definitely did. All right. So thanks, Corny. Always good to hear from you, buddy, and you stay safe as well, my friend. All right, let's hear from Arkham Josh.
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio guys. I'm out walking the dog, so you get a nice classic noisy Josh voicemail. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everybody's feeling well. I figured I'd call in with my thoughts on this week's film, Takashi Miike's First Love. I did not get a chance to rewatch it, but I actually saw this a few months ago theatrically, and man, is this a fun movie. It looks great. It's got a great kind of flashy look to it. It's got a really fun story. I love the kind of climactic fight. It's got that classic Miike thing where something's gonna happen that's really crazy, and he'll just completely switch formats on you. I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember a lot of the specifics, but I remembered really enjoying it, kind of really liking the fights and the story and the characters. So I'm going to say it's a treat and a recommend. And I hope all you guys liked it too. So we're getting real close to 400 now, right? Is that what I've been hearing? The old road to 400. So that's going to be a big congratulations when that happens. But other than that, I've just been, staying inside and listing records online and trying, not to be ill. So I hope all of you guys are doing well at not being ill as too. So I don't know. Hopefully I'll get a chance to see you guys and have a great show. Bye.
All right, Josh. Thanks, man. And that must have been cool to see it theatrically. So glad to hear from you as always, Josh. You stay safe out there, my friend, too. And, also this whole thing puts a damper on potential guests, too, Raven Shadow, because I know we had talked about maybe getting someone in studio, so I don't know. I know. It
sucks. I wanted Josh to sleep over. I had appointments are being canceled, so I can't justify being off. It sucks.
One thing Josh reminded me of, he said the road to 400, so obviously that was a sort of a take on the WrestleMania thing. Did you guys hear that WrestleMania is going to be at the WWE Performance Center?
Yeah.
The vast Performance Center.
Yes.
Is it
it holds maybe 100 people tops. And obviously there's not going to be I don't think there's going to be anyone in the fucking audience. and they're doing it over 2 nights. They've somehow decided to do it on 2 nights.
It's hard, right? I mean, like, unlike, you could push back a movie release, but I mean, say what you want about the state of the WWE right now, you can't stop what's building up to WrestleMania because it then kicks off the next.
Well,
storyline.
It's tough because I mean we don't know how long this is going on, right? So WrestleMania always happens around the same time, but one of the things I heard tossed around, it probably was just an idea. It probably wasn't actually like a thing that could legitimately happen. But I heard people saying maybe they'll make SummerSlam the WrestleMania, SummerSlam Mania or something stupid, like wait till the end of summer. But then again, like what if things aren't back to normal then, We don't know.
And that's the thing. You can't for that storytelling, you have to have Mania. That's what you're building towards.
Well, because they've been building towards whatever happens within this time frame. Like you could probably bump it back a week or two, but to bump it back that many months, your story is gone.
Right.
Like you can't drag out a story that long.
Whether it's a good story or not, but I was told that I didn't see this week, but AEW, they had wrestlers in the crowd.
Yeah, it was. I actually watched it last night. It's fucking awesome. Like it's so. Like that's what WWE should have done. Like because you had like the heels on one side and the faces on the other, and the heels were all fucking betting on the outcomes of the matches. It was fucking awesome.
And that's kind of hard too, because I mean, much like in sports, Major League Sports, part of the theater, part of the storytelling of professional wrestling is the crowd. It's the ambiance. It's the spectacle, right? The showcase of the immortals. It's all those things combined where you can believe this, story is going on. You take away the crowd element, it can be challenging, and it's just dudes in tights.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can't. I mean, because wrestlers, I mean, they feed off the energy, from the crowd. So like when say like a surprise happens that the wrestlers are supposedly not supposed to know about, and something happens, that other faction is supposed to like look around at the crowd as if to say, all right, what's up now? What do I do now? Kind of like when like on AEW when Matt Hardy showed up, and there's Chris Jericho and all of his guys, and they're just staring at Matt Hardy, and there's virtually nobody in the audience. There's virtually no audience, so they can't like look around in the audience, in typical professional wrestler style, just to ham it up a bit. They have no crowd to feed off of, so a lot of the magic is going to be gone with no crowd watching this stuff live.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, I understand they have to do something. It can't just stop. That's a business that they run, and it is entertainment, and it's something that, people need distractions now, right? So I appreciate the effort as long as they do it safe. That's all. That's what really matters. As long as everyone's staying safe and doing what they need to do to keep it from spreading, but. But yeah, I mean, I just it's kind of night and day. Like I haven't really watched WWE much at all lately, and I just wanted to see a little bit to see what it would look like without a crowd there, and it's really awkward. And at least AEW had some wrestlers in the crowd, and it made it just feel a little lively. Like you can even hear, like MJF like yelling at people like from ringside. He's one of the biggest heels in the company, and you could hear him yelling during the matches, and it's funny. Like it just adds another element to it,
Well, even like NCW, once again, not the same fucking level.
Well, yeah, but you're right.
At least,
but with the NCW, that's what we did to make a crowd.
For sure,
was
right.
we pretended to be the crowd. I mean, and that's AEW is doing it, and I think WWE should be doing that too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my other idea is to come out with a bunch of cardboard cutouts and put them in the audience, just like an old.
Yeah.
Maybe like his
Cool.
battles.
Bring out Cheek. Bring out, fucking, Bob Orr or whatever the fuck.
Oh no! I want to go with the cardboard cutouts first and see how that goes. Because I want to see Iron Man and then James Dean and Marilyn Monroe, and then Gandalf and just a fucking sea of just famous people in the crowd, and even give like little motors so they look like they're moving up and down a little bit.
Yeah.
And see how that goes.
Yeah, fucking Gandalf 316, like something like that. Like,
Or fill them up with Muppets.
Muppets?
Yeah.
Just
they
cardboard
ain't half good. They ain't half bad either. Well, I fucked it up, but
So it's weird.
and this is not fun. Sorry, Johnny, but like, Owen Hart passed away, fell from the fucking rafters, and Vince kept the show going.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, not the same fucking thing, but like, holy shit, like in terms of craziness, do something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the show is going on. Like, he's refused to cancel it.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're gonna put the show on and you can't have an audience, why the fuck are you gonna rent out Madison Square Garden when you can do it in your own fucking ring?
Right.
I mean, it makes sense to just, if you're just gonna film it, it doesn't matter the size of the arena as long as you have the ring.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that when you look at these empty arenas, it kind of looks like WCW's 2000.
Yeah. So it's been a little weird. I understand, and I think it's good that they're continuing on as long as they can. But it's just it's bizarre watching wrestling without a crowd. Even 10 to 20 people makes a difference, and that's what AEW did. And I think it really had more energy to it. And I don't know. It just felt better. There was also a lot of I don't know. I don't know if anyone cares about spoilers. Do you care about spoilers, Raven Shadow?
No. I'm still so behind, so I'm hoping to watch some more this weekend.
Hopefully, no one out there hasn't watched the most recent Dynamite. But as MZ said, Matt Hardy appeared on the most recent episode at the end, so he's in AEW.
I heard he was possibly coming. So I thought it might have happened already, but okay, yeah. So yeah, but thank you, MZ, for spoiling that.
They've been
asshole.
Well, they've been hinting at it. I mean, on their YouTube shows, there's Being the Elite and
on Hardy's too, with the Bucks.
Hardy's being the delete. Yeah, so they've been definitely hinting at it, and it just was assumed, but you just wasn't sure when. There was that, and they also revealed the identity of the Exalted One.
Yeah, I heard that today too. Who was that? That was
well, in WWE he was known as Luke Harper.
Oh, got him, huh?
Yeah, but he's awesome. So he's going by Brody Lee again, which was his name on the Independents.
Yeah.
Wait, Brody Lee?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, Brody Lee.
Yes.
Wasn't
Brody?
that? Oh. No. Who remembers Photon? Remember back in the day, there was laser tag and there was Photon.
Yeah.
There were two laser games. But Photon had a show that was kind of live action. It was almost like a precursor to Manborg. And it was Bodie Lee. That was the main character, Bodie Lee.
Not the same guy.
And you remember Photon.
I remember Photon. I don't remember the show. You're really getting off on a fucking tangent here.
Yeah, how do we get from Luke Harper to laser tag?
Photon.
Photon, okay. Motherfucker. Photon.
Photon, motherfucker. Photon.
But he is Raven Shadow based off of Jason Lee because of Brody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brody. All right. That's where mine went after that.
Yeah,
okay.
And he used to be a like trucker, like a dirty trucker. That was kind of like his gimmick.
Well, like my name is Earl right there. That's fucking weird.
Yeah. So, but no, I love him, and I think he's a really underutilized, and I think he's going to be really good here. But it seems like a kind of a weird role for him, for me. That's just my opinion, but I think he'll be real good. And then also, I don't know if you probably don't remember him, but Lance Archer. Trying to think of what his name in WWE was. He was in WWE as well. Lance Hoyt, I think, was his name in WWE or something. But anyways, he is now also in AEW. He showed up a couple weeks ago with Jake the Snake. So Jake the Snake is his manager, basically.
He looks fucking good, dude.
Yeah, he does.
Right? I mean,
yeah.
When we watched Beyond that, like it was like the Snake ain't gonna fucking make it to fucking.
Yeah.
You know, like the fact that he's still alive, he looked good.
Well, then DP got his hands on him.
Ooh.
Well, he did all the yoga and everything else, and got him back in shape.
I wish fucking DDP would touch me. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, why are you gonna make it weird?
Why?
What do you mean why?
I'll take Friday off, and DDP can come over. We'll just fucking hang out, eat some fucking yogurt, and whatever the fuck.
Yogurt?
Eat some yogurt?
Yeah, DDP yogurt.
And yogurt?
DDP yogurt. Oh man, he should make his own yogurt. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let him know.
I'll call him.
Yeah, give him a call. He'll appreciate it.
Yeah, but one of the also downfalls to the whole no audience with the matches is, I guess WWE came back from commercial break, and the wrestlers weren't wrestling.
Yeah. I saw that.
You know, yeah.
What were they doing?
They were just kind of walking around talking because they went to break, so they stopped wrestling. There was no need to continue the match.
Oh, that's
came back from break.
Yeah.
This
Oh, that's beautiful.
So, all right, well, that's it for voice message. Oh, no, we got one more. I'm sorry. One more quick one. And this is from our boy who we got to hang out with at this past year's, which ended up being the very last Rock and Shock, and that would be from Australia, Tim Chuma.
Bambaleo. This is Tim from Australia, just saying hello and seeing if this microphone works. Because the other one I'd chuck in the bin, and they didn't want it back. Hope there's some movies still left to watch. And I'll talk to you later, thanks.
It's a little hard to hear, but I appreciate it, Tim. Always good to hear from you, buddy. Do you call us blokes?
I think so. You want to throw it in the bin?
I hope so. Otherwise, I'm offended. I don't know.
That means trash can, I think, in Australia. He was a very nice man. I liked Tim. He was fucking awesome, man.
He liked, yeah, he liked Worcester hot dogs too, apparently.
Oh, we took a fucking tour.
Hot dog tour.
Halfway around the country, and you bring them to fucking eat wieners in the city.
Halfway across the world.
Yeah.
World, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Well, I'll go over there and eat fucking koalas. Earmuffs, Johnny. But no, whatever they eat over there.
That's how this shit starts. You don't eat koalas.
Yeah. Oh, Raven Chow, come on.
I wouldn't eat a koala. I'm just having fun with you. I wouldn't eat
You're gonna eat a wallaby?
No, I wouldn't because they're cute and they have the weird fucking ears and shit. I wouldn't do that.
Dingo ate my baby.
That really happened.
It did. It was in a movie.
Yeah, fuck you, dingoes. Souls.
Dingo Dang.
He's cool.
All right, do you guys have anything else? Anything else gonna get off your chest?
A little cough I want to get out, but that's fine.
Let's get out of here. Get sanitary.
Yeah, don't cough on Aries.
This is fake news.
It's a hoax, liberal hoax.
Oh, you guys in cahoots.
You're not orange enough to make those statements.
That's true, fair enough. Yeah. This is the best virus. We have the best virus.
Yeah, you could see it at Wolfie's pad that in Castle Wolfenstein. He's got the Trump orange blaring in the background.
Nope.
I don't think he does.
It's definitely not it. I'm gonna change the color right now.
Sometimes just the color.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Are you gonna change it with your phone?
Yeah.
That is outstanding.
What do you call him? Hello, light bulb. G, pick up.
I can actually I can tell my phone to do it.
Phone, do it.
Here. Is that better?
Oh, there you go.
What do you want?
Actually,
that cool?
Give me some green, some DX green, John. Oh, it matches your shirt.
Wait, where's the green?
Oh no, yeah, keep it going like that. Keep it changing. That's
yeah.
Actually,
Just kept it changing.
For like your mood, when you're pissed off at one of us, you can be red.
You just turn it to red, yeah.
It would just be red all the time. That's why it was red.
Oh shit! Stop talking about kale. Johnny's pissed.
I do have kale in the fridge.
I want some. No, but actually, I do have a light bulb in the bedroom with a remote control on it that does the same thing. It fucking calms me down.
That calms me. What do you do? Blue?
Yeah.
What color calms you down?
It's different. It actually, funny enough, we had orange in the room the other night. It was nice. So I was a little make it pop. But I like watching. I like the purple. That's a little soothing.
The purple.
Yeah,
and, and the blue, because that was when Aries and I had to wake your ass up.
Yeah, so you like that too, but red's usually for sexy time.
So if it's red, when
so it's red, don't go in. Yeah.
No,
red means stop. Okay, good to know.
Sometimes it means go, Aries.
No. For me, it always means stop.
Listen.
See, when I saw blue in the window, I thought you just had the TV on.
Yeah.
So if it's red, stop. Don't go in.
Yeah. The show is not happening if he's got this red light on.
The doors are unlocked.
Is it Ravenchow? Is that the same as putting a sock on the door?
Kind of like that. Yeah. I have codes for all.
The difference is that you're still being able to see what the hell's going on inside.
Wow. But yeah, no. I'm gonna put some purple lights on and listen to some Michael Rosenbaum podcast with you guys.
Oh my god, you fucking love that show.
Yeah, it's all it's all that makes me happy.
Purple lights, you're gonna put on Prince?
Yeah.
I do. I have Purple Rain poster in the living room.
You do?
I do. Johnny saw that when he stayed over.
I did. I'm bummed out. I'm not going to be able to stay over this weekend.
I'm bummed too, brother. I know.
Can't do it. You know.
Oh, I know, dude. It's not smart. We're fine here. We're all fine.
I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah. And MZ, if obviously if you guys have MZ in the death pool, he's the one that's the most susceptible, I think. So he may call in more. I don't know. We'll see. MZ, you play it by ear. Yeah. This obviously worked out pretty well. So
worked better than I thought, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, whatever you got to do, obviously take care of yourself. So.
Yep.
I would say do that, but I mean it is episode 400. Just saying.
It's okay. So it's okay to put yourself at risk.
Yeah, you're just saying, as I already said, I may call it in next week myself. So
you're fine. You're fucking God of War, dude.
I get the sniffles every now and again.
Yeah, you drink whiskey and you're fine.
Although I just saw that California now, they've ordered the governor's ordered all Californians to stay at home. So there's a lockdown in California.
Does that mean if you're a visitor, you can go walking around then?
I guess.
Saw the motherfucker.
Masshole. I can walk around.
So who knows? Like last week we were joking about it, and now it's like, kind of a legit thing. So you never know what can happen in a week,
Oh yeah, I mean, our governor keeps on saying we're not going to do a lockdown, but you know what? Every day it changes.
Yeah.
That happen.
Quite literally, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, scary times out there. Don't go looting. Let's not get to that point yet. It's not the fucking purge out there.
It's gonna fucking happen. Once the fucking package stores close, dude.
The package stores aren't closing. Those are fine because the fucking looters don't care about booze. They want their TP and hand sanitizer. So wash your hands, wash your bungholes, stay safe.
I smell a new catchphrase.
Yeah, look at you. 400 episodes. You got one.
Wash your hands, wash your bungholes, stay safe.
In that.
Wow.
All right, so let's wrap this up. So let's hear from MZ.
Arrivederci, douchebags.
Aries.
Wash up. Goodbye.
Raven Channel.
Live fast, love hard, die with your mask on.
All right, everyone, stay safe out there. I know we're living crazy times, and just do your part. It's don't be a dummy. Don't be think you're being brave out there, because you know what? Like, you may not get sick very well or very much, but you could have it and pass it on to other people, and people could die because of it. So just fucking be a good person.
It's not.
Just be a good person
not,
for a little while.
Yeah.
And, you know, that way we can all have a fucking summer. If you do it now, we can have a summer. If you don't, who knows? Might be an all fucking year. So hope you like your place. Hope you like your living arrangement. So, all right. Well, that's it. So we appreciate you guys tuning in and spending some of your quarantine time with us. And also, obviously, for everyone who sent in a voice message, we super appreciate it. Next week for episode 400. We don't know what form it's going to take. We don't know if anyone's going to be, if we may all be in different locations. I don't really know. We're going to make the best of it and do whatever we can. And, you know, we appreciate you guys just tuning in and giving us your attention for a little while. Hopefully we're able to distract you for a couple hours. And I know the real life, you know, things are rough out there. So just be safe. Take care of each other. And we will see you for 400 next week.